The Bend City Council is developing a code to regulate unsanctioned camping in the city of Bend. This project will engage the community and develop regulations for unsanctioned camping on property owned or controlled by the city of Bend, such as streets, sidewalks, undeveloped rights-of-way, city-owned parking lots, city-owned vacant lots, or other city-owned property. Bend Municipal Code currently does not prohibit camping in the right-of-way, but it does have regulations that apply to the use of the right-of-way. Any municipal code provisions and enforcement of that code must comply with federal and state law. According to federal case law, it is unconstitutional to punish people for sleeping or resting outside on public property when there are not enough shelter spaces available. The Eighth Amendment prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment is interpreted to prohibit punishment based on a person's status or unavoidable consequence of being human, in this case being unhoused. These cases, however, do allow for reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions on sleeping or camping in public spaces. There are also Oregon state laws to consider. According to Oregon state law, city policy must recognize the social nature of homelessness. Even where camping is prohibited, enforcement is regulated. There has to be at least a 72-hour notice before removing an established campsite from public property, and any property removed from that established campsite must be stored for at least 30 days. In addition, Oregon House Bill 3115 says that local laws regulating sitting, lying, sleeping, or keeping warm and dry outdoors on public property open to the public must be objectively reasonable to the time, place, and manner for persons experiencing homelessness. What will not be covered in this project? Use of private property or property not owned or controlled by the City of Bend will not be covered in this project. That's property governed by the Bend Development Code, like the City Zoning Code, or property whose uses are subject to a land use process, like the new Shelter Code provisions. Other publicly owned property, like property owned by the Parks District, the School District, the County, or ODOT, or even federal land that may be within the City of Bend, will not be covered in this project. It is important to note, though, that the city does not have the sole authority to make all public property in the city available for camping or sleeping. So what's the policy framework for developing this unsanctioned camping code? The general rule is that the city cannot cite a person for sleeping in public when no shelter beds are available for that person. The city, however, can regulate time, place, and manner of camping in public with or without a general ban during non-enforcement. Essentially what that means is the city can regulate when to limit camping, where to prohibit camping, and how camping may occur. So here's the process for creating the unsanctioned camping code. In July, Council gave direction to city staff on the process for developing the code. In August, city staff will draft code based on Council direction from Council work sessions. Also in August, there will be opportunities for the community to attend an educational open house and ask questions. In September, the City Council will host roundtables with advisory groups and community representatives to get suggestions on the unsanctioned camping code. There will be revisions to the camping code based on those recommendations, and finally an opportunity for community feedback on the camping code recommendations. In October, the camping code will be revised to reflect feedback from the community and council direction, and there'll be an opportunity for the community to provide public comments at a city council meeting. It's expected that city council will vote on the unsanctioned camping code in November. Throughout this process, members of the community are able to provide direct input to city council through email and public comments at city council meetings.